Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. Listen, man, glad to get the win through to the next round. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to really see is that, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're in the bowl for the next round, man. To the semi-finals we go. You never walk alone, man. But listen, smash the like button for the victory. Smash the like button if you was if you was trying to hate watching, it didn't work anyways. Just hit the like button anyways, and make sure you subscribe to the channel on the way to 14k. But let's get into it, man. Listen, it's a 2-1 victory. Big up Harvey Elliott for getting his first goal of the season. Obviously, he didn't really start the season because of injury, and you know, just really happy for him. Really happy for him that he gets his goal. Nunez on the score sheet. We'll get to his performance, but outside of things, I'm actually happy he's got his goal. Needs everything to get his confidence back up, and a nice, cool, collected finish, even though it was a goalkeeping error as well, in terms of the keeper not coming out. Listen, we take those. We take those. I ain't gonna lie, we take those. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a defensive scare at the end. Quansah probably should have been sent off. We'll get to that decision. We'll talk about that as well. But you know, we saw the game out. The players came through. We managed to defend well. I mean, controlled majority of the game anyway, especially with a heavily rotated side. Absolutely buzzing for Trey Nyoni to get his debut as well, and the game that he had, he was able to take part in. Obviously, Rio didn't get any minutes, but I would have liked to see some Rio minutes. Chiesa getting a half of football as well, pretty much. So happy with that as well. So we're gonna get into all those things, man. But just first of all, guys, in the comments, let me know who your man of the match was. For me, I'm probably gonna give it to Endo. I think I'll probably give it to Endo in terms of the man of the match. I think he was brilliant. I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10. I think he got roughed up a bit for periods of the game, but I think he was everywhere. I think he covered every blade of grass today. And for me, I feel like the role he was asked to play at centre half, even though, yes, we know he's played there before. We know he's played a number of positions throughout his career, but to come in and play like a full centre half who kind of steps into the midfield, then obviously when we're defending, it becomes that back four again. For me, he played that position very well. I mean, he didn't give their attackers a moment to breathe. As I said, he was getting kicked, punched, slapped, you know what I'm saying, choke slammed, RKO'd, you name it. And yeah, man, you needed the gum shield, innit? Just know you needed the gum shield, man, because he was getting roughed up out there, but I was really happy with his performance. So big up Endo for that one. Quansah. Let's talk about Quansah. Let's talk about Jarell. I think people are going overboard with the Jarell slander now. I think it's just becoming fashionable. I think it's people going overboard with it. I think we did overrate him a bit. I've obviously know that I've overrated him. I think his confidence is on the floor, but today, yes, apart from the mistake at the end, which was a red card, and it was outside the box, so let's not. They would have had to score from the free kick with a minute to go. But I don't think he done too much wrong. I think he made a proper goal-saving block in the game that people aren't going to talk about. I think the goal where Morton, where Tyler and Jarell are, you know, marking Cameron Archer. Listen, sometimes you got to give the forward some credit, but I feel like the blame probably lies on both of them. More Quansah because he's a centre half and defending comes more naturally to him. But Tyler Morton and both of them are shadowing each other. They're going the same way. They're going the same way. One should go the other way. One should go one way. One goes the other way. To be fair, he didn't like Cameron Archer. Even it was literally under half a yard, and he T-bins that. He slapped that. Bins. Kelleher absolutely no chance. Wonderful strike, but at the end of the day, I think Quansah does need to get a little bit tighter. And Morton's not a natural defender. He's not a right back, is he? He's centre midfielder. So obviously, it's not. I'm not going to put too much of the blame on Tyler either, but he probably does hold some blame, but probably more so Jarell in terms of being an actual defender kind of thing. So that's where I'll probably stand with that. But his overall performance was fine. I think he was fine. He was good on the ball. He's passed well. And yeah, if I was to rate his performance out of 10, I'd give him in a 6.5. Like, I don't think he was horrible or anything like that. I just people think it's fashionable to get onto Jarell. He was fine today, completed the 90 minutes, and we'll give him another 90 minutes probably in the next round or in an FA Cup round. So no issues there with Jarell. It's just about getting his confidence back up. I think it's as simple as that with him. Tsimikas, it was good to see him get some minutes. Obviously, seeing Joey G at left back. Listen, we've made as Liverpool fans, we've made our point. We've kind of sat here and accepted that, you know, how do we say it? I don't know. I don't have to explain this, but I feel like Joe Gomez at left back is probably one of our best options, or still our best option for Liverpool right now. I generally think that Joe Gomez left back from last season deserves to be a star at left back this season, but for Slot's tactics, I don't think it's necessary. For Slot's tactics, he obviously sees Joe Gomez as a centre back. He sees him as a centre back, and we just kind of have to accept that. However, he played left back today just because of what we had available, and we didn't really hear or see Tyler Diblin. I didn't even know Diblin was playing for most of the game until Joey G come off, and then you got a bit more joy with Tsimikas. I personally didn't see Diblin, and Diblin is a wonderful, wonderful player, and to keep him quiet is not easy. I think Diblin is literally up next. I think he's that good. He is that good, by the way, people. And for me, Joey G gave him a torrid evening. I generally feel like he didn't get any joy. Barely thought he was playing. And then I think it's going to go under the radar, that performance from Joey G at left back. But he was excellent. And I think left back is probably Joey G's best position. I still think centre back, he leaves too many of his duels. I think if you're not winning enough duels at centre back, probably full back is probably better. And I think Joey G's right back days are kind of done as well. I'm not saying he can't play there, but it's not one of the options I'd like to see him playing right back. I think that's more of a Trent and Conor Bradley thing. But yeah, Joey G was good today as well. Very makeshift back line, but we made it work. I think Trent first half, his passing was a bit off. The weather was mad, but his passing was a bit off. But he does have that brilliant passage of play where he beats the two centre backs, press resistant, and then plays the ball. Very difficult to deal with for the defender, and obviously Darwin with the cute finish. So yeah, Trent kind of done his thing, got his minutes, came off, no injuries. Really happy with that. And yeah, like I think Trent, people gone back to being happy with Trent again. I think Trent was fine. So no Trent slander, which is always a good thing. I think he's not the most protected right back, as my good friend Carl likes to say. So yeah, like there's that. Going obviously for the midfield, young Trey Nyoni in midfield today. Very professional performance from him. Knew when to pass it, when not to pass it. I think he gave the ball away once, and he went back and he worked his ass off to go and get it. So big up Trey. Absolutely buzzing for Trey to get his debut. I'd love for him to be a little bit more selfish at times. I know he had to keep moving the ball, and they're probably instructions from the manager, but I'd love to see him maybe drop a shoulder and have a go. We've seen him do it in academy football where he's got a shot on him. He can use both feet. He's very good technically. He just generally has that menage a trois. I butcher that. But yeah, he's got that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a centre midfielder, when he drifted out to the wing, latter parts of the game, he definitely, before coming on for Jaden, being subbed off for Jaden Dans, I think I'd love to see him take a few more risks. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, it's his debut, so I get it. Another performance, Harvey Elliott, man, as I said, good to get his goal. Very good on the ball. One of our forward. Like, he's a young player, but he plays like one of the senior players. And that is because he's been in the first team for a while from a young age. So even though he's young, he's got the experience where he's like, it's like he's a grown-ass man anyway, like in the way he plays ball, despite his size. Harvey's always going to have a place in our hearts with the way he plays and what he does. And for me, if he starts games, I'm not complaining. If he starts Premier League games, I'm not complaining. He came inches with him winning the game for us on the weekend. And I think he's only going to get more chances to do that anyway. So large up Harvey Elliott again with his performance, man. I was genuinely really happy with him, especially to get his goal on his right foot. Takes a little deflection, but listen, you got to get it on target. You don't shoot, you don't score. You know what I mean? He's literally 21 years of age and he's got bags of potential and so much more to go for what he's going to do. Who else I needed to speak about? Yes, Darwin. Sorry, yeah, Darwin Nunez. Guys. Darwin Nunez all-round game is hurting my head, man. It really is hurting my head. He got his goal, but it's hurting my head. Some of the passes, some of the 3v2s taking too long to pass it, the weight of pass, killing the attacks too many times. Even his pressing looks lethargic at times. He doesn't seem like he has that same burst of energy and pace that he used to have. I don't know whether it's an injury. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't even seem as fast in terms of off the mark. The guy's lightning quick when he gets going, but he used to have the acceleration and the sprint speed. I feel like that acceleration, that explosiveness, not really quite there. It's either that or he's just, I don't know. I don't know with Darwin. Good finish. But I just think that his head is somewhere else at times, the way he's playing and he's killing some of these attacks. And it needs to happen way less than what it did today. And that's me being honest about Darwin. People aren't going to like it, but that's the bottom line. It just needs to be better in his all-round game. But the finish was good. I'm glad he scored. I wasn't sure he was going to score. He didn't fill me with confidence in front of goal. But credit to him, he finished it. And more of that. Because Jota's not going to be able to play all the minutes in the world. So he's going to have to play. he's going to have to play and he's going to have to improve. So hopefully that is what happens as well. So yeah, it's that's kind of what it is really. Tyler Morton, for me, very good on the half turn. I know he got moved to right back, and I feel like that's what disrupted parts of his performance in the game. Like, I just feel like when he was in midfield, when he received that ball in between the lines, he had it on the half turn and he moved it, and that was when we really got into attacking positions, and it was happening through him. It was happening through Tyler Morton, and he is a talented player and he likes to be progressive, and I feel like we could have utilized that more in the second half. But I understand Trent come off, someone had to go right back, so no massive issue there. Cody Gakpo, was a guy that was seeing him go outside his man more. And for me, I think he could have been a bit more decisive at times, but listen, more minutes in the tank, really. More minutes in the tank, and it's great to see Jaden Dan's back as well. But listen, guys, I'm going to end it there. Listen, we had a little bit of a scare. We rotated heavily, 3 starters max in that team. Kelleher made some great saves as well. Shout out Kelleher. I didn't really talk too much about him because it almost like used to Kelleher just putting in these performances in front of goal. He made a key save at 2-1, and that probably changes the trajectory of the game as well. So yeah, really happy with that. Overall, semi-finals. Yes, we have 2 games to play. It's 2 legs in January, which isn't great in terms of the fixture congestion. However, we've made it through to the Champions League knockouts automatically. So that kind of takes, the 2 games you would have had to play in the qualifier if we didn't have a great campaign in the Champions League group stages, in the league phase anyway. That's basically the 2 spots we would have played if we had a bad campaign. We fill those with the Carabao Cup semi-final spot. So, Newcastle, Tottenham or Manchester United and Arsenal in the next round. We'll see who we get. But listen, let me know who your man of the match was. I think it's not too debatable. It's definitely Endo for me. You never walk alone. If you made it this far, like the video. You know what I'm saying? Also, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 14K. We want to get there before the end of the year. We've got literally 11 days to go. So, 12 days to go. There's 12 days to go. But yeah, so people, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 14K. We'll see you soon. Liverpool 2, Southampton 1, through to the next round.